Have you ever struggled with getting a hot foil press plate to stay in the exact right place on a card base when hot foiling? I have a great tip just for you. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Heschig and I love to hot foil images and sentiments on my cards. I only just purchased my Spellbinders Better Press and Glimmer systems, but they have become my favorite tools in my craft room. I recently purchased this lovely New Beginnings Timeless Sentiment press plate set from Spellbinders, but there's no matching die for it. And sometimes I don't want a die, sometimes I want it to be a flat card. So I made this beautiful wedding card. I also used the Mirrored Arch Blooms floral set that's like a floral frame, and I hot foiled it with a rainbow foil. The sentiment was supposed to be in the center, and I did need it to be straight, and so the tip that I'm sharing tells you exactly an easy way to do that. Now, of course, all the details on all the cards shown will be on my blog, and links to blog posts and products featured are in the description box. Getting placement perfect on a card front can be difficult, but I found a great tip to solve that problem on a Facebook reel from Tammy Massey. I did not have much success with the hinge method described in many videos, and maybe that works for you, but this suggestion really worked for me, and I think it will for you too. Press and seal is the magic solution. Now I'm going to demo it on a new tag set that I got from Spellbinders. So we get the die, and I've die cut a piece of pattern paper for Christmas out of that. And we also get some very small press plates. So we have, if I can get it off, this is the 2, it's real small, and this is the from. It's in that beautiful calligraphy that I just love. And then there's a little piece of holly too. So for example, I did make this one, and you can see that the 2 from has to be straight and it has to be over to the left, so we have room to write. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. So I printed this up for you to see, and it also of course is a reminder for me, because everything is opposite of typical foiling. So we will have the pretty side of the paper up. That's of course, you know, is especially important if you have patterns on there. Then you're going to put your foil with the pretty side up, and then you're going to put your press plates down. Now I made a little tick mark on the top of these because they're so tiny to make sure I am putting 2 straight and at the top, and from. Now if we wanted to hold those in place while we were going back and forth on our, you know, through our Platinum 6, that is not easy to do. So what you do is you take a piece of press and seal, and of course that's very sticky, and you can reuse these, but once they become not so sticky, then I would get a fresh piece. And we're going to press down with that to hold these in place. Okay, and then you're going to flip the whole thing. I'll bring my glimmer over here. Flip the whole thing, put it down on your glimmer machine that's ready to go, press the timer, put your plates on top, and then you're going to wait just a little bit, of course, until your timer is ready. Now I have my Platinum 6 off camera. I don't have room for everything here, as you can see, but I will be running it through the Platinum 6 as soon as the timer goes off. But in the meantime, I'll show you another one. Now again, that sentiment set that I showed you, it's very important that those be straight. And this one says, "Here's to beautiful beginnings and happy ever afters," and it has a beautiful frame. This time I used the mirrored arch nested sprigs from Spellbinders. So I made a green foiled frame and put that sentiment right in the center, added a few pearls, a very beautiful, easy wedding card to make, and with that tip, it was not at all hard to do. So the timer is ready. I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6, which is off camera right here. So the die and foil and everything comes off easily, and it's hot. But in the meantime, we have a perfectly placed to from on there. So let's try that again and make a full card this time. So I got this beautiful set from Spellbinders, and it's Autumn Leaves, which I just love. And we do have matching dies, but I want to make a one-layer card, a thank you for fall. So I have a piece of craft cardstock, just a bit bigger than what I want. And I know that I want my maple leaves and my oak leaf to be red. So, and I kind of know that I want placement coming off the bottom and the top. So I have cut some pieces of foil here. And again, we want our paper up and the pretty side of our foil down, and then we want our press plates down, and I want, let's put that right on the edge so we know that we want this to come off the top. And then this piece I'm going to put down here, and I want the maple leaf to come off the bottom and the side. Move it over a little bit. And then I'm going to take a bigger piece of press and seal with the sticky side down, and press that down, and then take this and flip it, press the timer, put my top plates on. So I am going to do the oak leaf. I really like the foils that sparkle. So this one is the Gold Speckled Aura from Spellbinders. And all the hot foils and all the dies and everything you're seeing are from Spellbinders. And then I'm going to do the sentiment in like a copper brown. So I have those ready to go. So we'll review once again. We want the paper up, the foil pretty side up, the press plate down, cover with press and seal over it all, and make sure that's bigger than the press plates. Then flip it and place on a heated glimmer machine and heat as usual. So this is ready to go. Make some room here. Of course, these are hot, but they're all coming off in one piece. And so far we have 2 of our leaves with perfect placement. And of course the sentiment is the most important part, to make sure that that is placed correctly. But I'm going to start with another leaf over here, pretty side up with the foil, and then we will put it here. And then we need to make sure that we have room for a sentiment and that it is straight. So foil up, sentiment straight, and then another piece of sticky press and seal. And then flipping the whole thing over, pressing the timer. So I've decided I really like a stitched edge, and so I'm going to cut it with a stitched frame die and put it on a red card base. And that is ready to go. Here is another one that I did make, and I have the sentiment perfectly straight there. I added a couple punched leaves and 3 of the foiled fall leaves. Fall colors are my favorite. And the timer's just about ready. Oh, you know what? I didn't cover it, but that's not a big deal. But it is before I put it through the machine, right? I usually... There it goes. These over to the cooling mat. So I have a gold sparkly oak leaf there, or maybe not, but a fall leaf, and then our sentiment is perfectly straight, and 2 other fall leaves. Get this out of the way, turn it off. So I am going to cut this down a little bit on another die cutting machine that's off camera. So we're going to place that on the red card base. Looking at it, I think I want another layer there, so I think I will do that and then take some pictures and post it on my blog. But in the meantime, we have 3 leaves and a sentiment foiled with perfect placement. I hope this tip and my cards encourage you to give some of the ideas and products a try. Watch the next video for some more better press and hot foiling ideas and cards, and have a great creative week.